Hi Year 8 and welcome to your lesson today. Today you are going to be looking at minimalism from lesson 5 of your booklets. Please can I make sure that if you are in the classroom, please make sure that you are focused and that you have everything that you need. Same goes to you at home, but also make sure that those phones and distractions are away. Let's get going. Today you are going to be looking at music, technology and minimalism, but you are also going to be looking and identifying different keywords related to texture. So today your list objectives are to understand new keywords related to texture, to identify key features in a piece of music and to develop your own ideas around minimalism. 2 of those will come from listening and 1 of those will come from your own research. What I would like you to do now is turn to activity 5.1 and what I'd like you to do is match the keywords to the definition. Pause the video now, at least 2 minutes to have a go and answer these, and then we'll go through the answers. Now time to review that do now then. So if we look at ostinato, ostinato is a short repeating pattern of notes. Layering is adding new layers of a melody on top of existing melodies. Augmentation is playing the melody twice as slow and then twice as slow again. Note subtraction, think maths, okay? It is taking one note away at a time to amend a short melody. And note addition, funnily enough, if we're also thinking maths, is adding one note at a time to amend a short melody. Do make sure that you have corrected your answers. Do make sure that you have gone through and have this in your booklet. Now time to move on. Now it's time to have a little bit of a knowledge finding exercise. Can you find out what these keywords mean? Monophonic and homophonic. You can use your knowledge organisers to help you with this, or if you're at home, you might also be able to find something on a music dictionary. But pause the video now, give yourself 2 minutes to try and find what those keywords actually mean. Time to move on then. So if we look, monophonic means one line. Mono actually means one. So it means one melody line played at once, usually by one instrument. A homophonic texture is where there's melody supported by harmony. So I would actually talk to that and say that that is melody and accompaniment. Okay, so melody supported by chords potentially or supported by other instruments. And polyphonic is where there's multiple lines of instruments and different melodies all playing at the same time. A little added bonus there for you. What I'd like you to do now is turn to activity 6.3. Now this is us taking a step ahead into the next lesson, but I thought it'd be worthwhile doing this today. And there are 5 questions on activity 6.3 related to a piece of listening. You are going to listen to Steve Reich's Music for Pieces of Wood, which is going to be in the description of this video. And what I would like you to do is answer those questions in as much detail as you can. So the questions are, describe the dynamics at the beginning of the piece. Reminder, dynamics mean volume. Question 2, write 2 ways in which the piece of music creates a feeling of tension. Number 3, write down 2 compositional techniques used. Remember, think back to what we've already talked about in the do now for 5.1. You might want to flick back to that and see if any of those have been used. Write down 2 things that you thought made the piece effective. What aspects of this could we use in our own compositions? And what I also want you to think there is double check. Can you find and did you like this piece, why or why not? But also to continue with activity 6.4 if you finished ahead of time. So can you add as many keywords as you possibly can to your answer? And can you extend those answers to have more detail within them? Pause the video now, open up a new tab with the piece Steve Reich's Music for Pieces of Wood in a separate browser. May I also just draw your attention to the challenge on the board as well. Do you like this piece of music? Why or why not? That is going to be for your teacher to discuss after the piece. Pause the video now and complete activity 6.3. So the main tasks for today's lesson. I'd like you to complete the following, or as much as you can do in the lesson time that's left for today's lesson. I'd like you please to create or complete a poster on the topic of minimalism using the spare paper at the back of your booklet. You can also complete homework 2 in this time, using your knowledge organisers at the front to help you with any information that you may need. Complete as many of the tasks on page 26 that you can. Remember, these are the tasks that we are going to be using when necessarily we cannot do practical work. Number 3, create a poster displaying everything that you've learnt this year in music, or why don't you go a step further and do everything that you've learnt in music whilst at CHSG. This would be brilliant for you to be able to recall and get as much information as you can from last year as well. And number 4, create a poster of favourite top 10 songs. These can be Christmas songs if you wish, but I do want you to be able to explain to me why these are your favourite songs. I love having a bit of a nosy and understanding a little bit more about people's musical tastes, so please do let me know. The final thing is I want to complete the plenary, which is activity 5.5, 2 what went wells and 1 even better if for your work today. I know that might seem a lot to get done within the space of this lesson, but I'm not expecting you to do it all. I just wanted there to be enough tasks in case people needed them. So please make sure you pause the video at this point and complete those tasks in that order or as far as you can get within the lesson time. Have a lovely Christmas, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you when you're all back in school. Thanks, bye.